would you like to talk about our why should companies be looking at younger people and training them for leadership roles? And would you like to sort of talk about an aspect that he highlighted where you have one of the youngest CEOs today? How does it work?
Yeah, I think, GSK, Dwarka knows GSK better than I know, that this GSK was a very traditional company in many ways, and if you were sitting at the top, you had to be 50 plus, or close to 60 or somewhere 65. Now, and this was around the world. It was when Andrew Whitty was appointed as the CEO, and Dwarka is talking about Andrew Whitty. He was 42, 43. Now, that was a remarkable change in this organization. And he was a homegrown talent. His predecessor was about 63, 64 when he retired, right? And J.P. Ghani. Now, we were shocked and we were surprised, to be very honest, because there were internal candidates also, but they had given the search to probably Egon Zehnder, and finally they picked Andrew Whitty, internal young candidate. Now, that has actually signaled a change in the organization. Now, the second biggest change was when he appointed Claire Thomas as the head of HR, and she was only 39. Now, so this is a big change which took place in this organization, and actually that has triggered a tremendous amount of change in terms of investing behind young leaders in this organization. So I think the belief is that you probably do not require people in the age group of 50s and 60s, and something that can be, the job can be done by younger people. Younger people have more headroom, and they probably have more energy, and generally speaking, Dwarka is an exception, and they have a lot of drive. And they have better learning agility, and let's be honest, right? It's biological, they have greater learning agility. So therefore, if you can get the skill sets, the same skill sets which are required to run a large corporation in younger guys, why not? Why not look for those skill sets? Now, therefore, it becomes very important for us to make sure that we have a talent pipeline in the organization. And what Dwarka said is absolutely right, that this is not something new. Organizations have been doing this forever. I know Citi had been doing forever. One of my sort of old friends started their career in Citi as management trainees, and they are all over the world now. DCM did, and most levers have been doing it for years, the huge one. So it's just the number of organizations have increased because there weren't so many organizations in the past, but the concept, the model has always been there. Now, coming to GSK, GSK also has kind of evolved this model after Claire Thomas took over as CEO, as Chief HR Officer. And we run a couple of programs now. And we run a global program called an Esprit program, wherein we hire young graduates from all over the world, from the best of the business schools, and they are in a central program. And the idea is to train them as general managers, and they keep moving from one country to another country after 18 months to 24 months. Then at the second level, we have a new program called Future Leadership Program, or Future Leaders Program. And that's kind of 50% global and 50% local. And then you've got the local programs of graduate trainees. The whole idea is to build a talent pipeline and prepare people for the, for the senior leadership roles in the time to go. But the key thing we should not forget is that you've got to build capabilities and skills and give them experiences, and so that they can move into aspirational roles in the future. That is more important. And so therefore, differentiation is important. I think you talked about differentiation. That's very critical when we are planning to develop leaders for the future. Every young leader doesn't mean that he's going to make it. So you've got to differentiate, where do you want to invest more, where do you want to invest less.